Come with me on the worst travel day I've ever had. So I'm flying from Sri Lanka to India, and when I tell you it was a journey, I took a local bus and then a bigger bus, which actually dropped me off in the wrong town. So I had to hitchhike with this random guy I met in a grocery store on the back of his bike. But I made it to the airport, and I've never seen this before, but 2 flights were taking off at the exact same time to the exact same place. And the first flight was actually quite smooth. I arrived to Chennai airport on my layover, but this is where things started to go downhill. The airline staff informed me that my flight had been moved earlier, so took off before I even got there. So I was escorted out of the airport. There's no Wi-Fi, ATMs or SIM cards in this entire airport, so I was literally on the streets in this random city in India. I checked the airport hotel and it was full, and at this point I just did not know what I was gonna do. But this really kind guy missed his flight too and said I could get in his taxi, and I managed to book myself into a hotel. I'm so lucky that I experienced kindness from a stranger, but it just goes to show, make sure you have an eSIM downloaded. And I would say make sure you have cash for the country, but India is a closed currency, so that was not my fault. So I headed back to the airport hoping that things would go smoother today, but they did not. It was 30 minutes before my flight and it was not showing up on the board. I had no idea where the gate was. I couldn't get any information out of anyone. I'm in the domestic terminal, so nobody spoke English. I had no idea where to go, but I finally found it, and when I did, the bus I was on broke down and we had to get on a different bus. Like, I actually can't make this up. After everything that went wrong, I was kind of nervous for the actual flight, but it went okay. And I arrived at Ahmedabad in Gujarat, which is my final destination, and at this point I was feeling so defeated, but Compass Tourism, who I'm doing a tour with, gave me such a warm welcome. It really made up for it, and they took me back to my hotel and I slept like a baby. I'm going to be exploring India for a whole month, so follow along if you want to see what I get up to.